Well, good morning. I was sitting around over the last couple of weeks doing some thinking, and obviously AI is very much a part of all of our lives now, no matter uh, you know how we look at it, right? Whether we're just an average human, looking for answers to questions, or we are a business professional that's looking to process information, or I see commercials now where people are like starting businesses with AI. One of the things I haven't really heard a lot about that we're working on here is using AI to help generate target audience information or personas. And so I wanted to share with you just a couple things that we're doing specifically on how we want to speak to that human, but also leverage AI and then ensure that AI is picking it up in the manner in which we want. And I started, kind of playing around. Like, you probably heard me these Jerry Maguire moments where you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh my gosh, I have an idea. So I started playing around with grabbing in different data sources and pulling them in into AI and developing the output of a persona. Because I think we can all agree that content, one to one should have a persona aligned to that piece of content. Well, we all know that that's a bunch of extra work, so you never really can do. And so what I wanted to do was be able to scale persona development, right? Become more educated on what information we have that can develop that. And as I started to look laterally, one of the things I noticed is that we've got AdWords data. That's target audience data. If we have already been running paid search, we have essentially glorified lookalike audiences out there we can create. If we've been doing SEO for a while, we can get information. Programmatic, social. And so what I did is I brought in target audience information from Meta. I brought it in from AdWords. I brought in actually customer data from our customer on like closed deals. Who were they? What was the problem? What was the solution that aligned to that problem? What were the final mechanisms that got them to close? And I threw that all into AI and I basically said, hey, spit me out as many personas as you can so I can write content specifically for landing pages for paid search, SEO pages to drive organic growth. And what it spit out was very, very intriguing because the engine itself almost got confused. And so as I started to feed more prompts, and there are a laundry list of prompts, I didn't just throw it all in there and say, hey, make me personas. I mean, it took substantially a lot more work than that. But it allowed me to parse out that information and start to align that to keyword data, which was also put in there. So as you're developing personas, realize that there are more data sources that are out there that you can use. You probably know that already, but most people didn't use it because it took too much time to get that data ready. And what I would tell you is to kind of reformat that thinking into the aspect of all of that data is good data. Now, where I think the rubber meets the road is the prompts and how you tell AI to do what it is you want it to do, to get your desired output. But I really encourage a lot of you guys to try looking at that persona development because yes, we believe in AI, but computers don't buy products. Humans do. And we have a computer that essentially sits between us and that user. And so we also have to, play by the computer's rule, whether it be AdWords or, Google from an SEO perspective or Bing or Meta and their rules. So we always have that middle person there. And so we need to keep that into consideration. But something to think about as you're going in and creating content or you're starting a new program or there's a go-to-market strategy that's out there.